Well, it helped me a lot because first off, the reason I called this show because since you guys are touching the subject of the power of love, I called because of you. You are so inspirational. You are an inspirational person.
Thank
You
you.
are a dedicated person, loyal, and just a loving and caring person. And that's why I
Thanks.
called today just to tell you how much me and my family, we love and appreciate you so much. So I just wanted to call and let you know that
Well, you know I love you.
I overall appreciate you.
And I love you, and I thank you so much for calling in, and I've been loving you since you were a little girl. Jamanda was my neighbor. She's like my niece. Her mother is like a sister to me, so we are family. And when she was a little girl, her and her sister, we took turns taking our children to school. I took her sister, her twin, Geronda, to school every morning to Cass Tech until she graduated. And as a matter of fact, Geronda just tried out for American Idol. So I don't know how she did, but I just am so proud. I'm so proud that she took a step of faith and went to audition for American Idol. So regardless to what the outcome is, she has realized one of her dreams, and I thank God for that. So, Jamanda, you tell your family, to Shirley, Ernie, Tony, your sister, the babies, that I love them so much, and I thank you so much for calling in, for being my very first caller. This will be history. You and I have made history together.
And I love you so much, and you are more than welcome.
Okay,
And I keep in touch, and we love you so much.
okay, love you, babe. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Well, that was a blessing. That's a first for the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. Again, the power of love. I think that love conquers all. No matter what it is that we're going through in life, if we love people more than they dislike us, we have the upper hand. You know, understand that God's love is unconditional, and He loves us unconditionally. And we're commanded to love others, our neighbors, as well as our enemy. And one thing that I know for a fact is that we are incapable of loving in our own strength. It takes the power of God to love people when they're unlovable. I can remember a point in time in my life when, I was unlovable. So I thank people who loved on me even when I was broken, even when I did not know that I needed love. You always hear me talk about my time at AT&T at the Detroit Billing Center. I learned a lot with the people in the Detroit Billing Center. They helped me to become the person that I am today. Every struggle, every trial, every test that you go through, it is a learning opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to grow. So no matter what it is that you're going through in life right now, at this moment, if anybody is going through anything, it is an opportunity for you to learn to be better, to all of your trials are just that. It's just a trial. Your test will soon become your testimony, but you have to really do this in love. You have to love yourself first. You have to love others, and you can overcome any obstacle that is in life. So kind of that's what I wanted to share with you. When I was promoted to the first level manager in the Detroit Billing Center, I know a lot of people thought I was hard or thought I knew everything, and I didn't know anything. But I did know that I loved the people and that I wanted to help them. I wanted to help them learn. I wanted to help them be better. I wanted to help them give the very best customer service. I wanted to help them love each other because they sat with each other each and every day. I didn't want them to fall out and fight in the office and go through the things that, that I saw that was going on in the office. And so, I just continued to love on them when they did not like me, when they thought that I thought that, whatever it was, they thought I thought, I knew everything, or, I had a big mouth, or whatever it was that they were thinking. I continued to love them in spite of how they treated me. And then I got promoted to second level manager, and again, I think knowledge is power. So I tried to share with them every trick of the trade that I knew about customer service, every trick of the trade that I knew about the systems that we had, things that I thought that would be shortcuts for them to do the job, not band-aids to cover it up, but just shortcuts for them to do their job better and smarter. I truly believe that when you know what it is that you're doing, when you have that knowledge, you have power. People cannot take that knowledge from you. So that's the information that I shared with the people because I love them, because they looked just like me, and we were in a center where all of us were. The center was 99% blacks, and so I wanted us to be successful, and we shared that information with one another. We put together teams where we became successful. At first, there was a center that nobody wanted to be in, but eventually we all started to love on one another, become family, become friends. We still had our days where, there were things that were going on in the office where they would fall out with one another. But for the most part, we loved on one another, and love conquers all, no matter, again, what you are going through, no matter what it looks like. If you just hold on to loving people, even if they don't love you, even if they don't treat you right, because again, that is God's greatest command, that we love one another. So I'm reading a book right now, and it is called The Women's Secret of a Happy Life. And one of the things that that it says in the book that really helps me, because everything that I've ever prayed about, everything I've trusted God for, everything I believed God for, God has blessed me with. And I'm saying this is something, I'm telling you what I know, not what I've heard. He's been better than good to me. As I sit here, just being able to tape this show, just being able to talk to you guys, or being live, or experiencing that first live telephone call every day is a dream realized. And it's only because I give God all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise in my life. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not big enough, bad enough, smart enough, or enough of anything to really deserve the love that God has given me. It's only by His grace and only by His mercy. So this one prayer that is by Elizabeth Elliot says that God is God because He is God. He's worthy of my trust and obedience. I will find rest nowhere but in His holy will, a will that is unspeakable beyond my largest notion of what He is up to. And usually when you're down to nothing, God is always up to something. So I just want to encourage each and every one of you that are out there today to just hold on to God's unchanging hand and really just trust in what He is doing, because He's able to do all things but fail. He is not a man that He will lie, and you will see His promises come to pass if you believe. It's all according to your faith and your belief. I believe God for my everything, and He has not failed me yet. So let's talk about a little bit about, as I stay on the power of love, just some of the things that are going on in the community. I had the opportunity to attend a meeting the other day, MECC. My girlfriend, Siri Simpson, who used to work with me in the Detroit Billing Center, invited me to the meeting. Siri is a true activist. She was a union steward for AT&T. I'm going to put a pin in that because I'm getting a phone call, so I'm going to answer that and I'll come right back. Thank you for calling in to the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. This is Barbara Dean Franklin. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Mr. Bruce Davis.
Hey, Mr. Bruce Davis. How are you?
I'm fantastic. And yourself?
I am wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I am speaking with Mr. Bruce Davis of Bo Dillon Bow Ties. Bruce was a guest on my show, and he is doing wonderful and great things since the last time we sat together, which was like in December. I think you were the last guest of 2012 on my show. So tell me a little bit about what's going on. You've graduated, you have your bachelor's degree. Tell me a little bit about what's going on since we last spoke, Bruce.
Well, since we last spoke, I have, right now I have a line of my bow tie at a store in Royal Oak. The name of the store is The Gentleman's Consignment. The address is 623 South Washington Avenue.
Okay.
And they're open from Tuesday to Sunday. from 11 to 7.
Okay. And then tell us a little bit about, you walked across the stage, you have your degree?
Yes, I got my bachelor's degree in fine arts, fashion design on June the 8th. I was so elated and so happy that long journey, that 3 years of going and studying and staying up nights and not getting any sleep. I was really, it was a heck of a moment. My friends were there, my family was there. It was a very good moment for me.
So, Bruce, all of the hard work, all of your dedication, at this point today, would you say it's worth it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Barbara, it's worth it. Many times I almost gave up, but there was an instructor that would push me forward, to tell me, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and when you think it's not.
Right.
So I strongly suggest to everybody, if they ever have a decision about quitting, don't never quit.
Right.
See it through.
Right. And Bruce, your bow ties, I know that you have a love and a passion for sewing, and you put a lot of love into that. But because I want to talk about the power of love, do you find yourself, Bruce, having to even sometimes when people are coming up against you, you still have to stay committed and stay focused. You can't get mad. When people get mad at you, you have to just continue to love on people exactly where they are. Do you find that helps you also in your business with you selling your bow tie or being a businessman and being out there in the world?
It's quite funny that you mentioned that, because I was thinking that on my way to breakfast, what you just said. And I said, people are going to do that. It's going to come, but I got to continue to be loving and don't let that get under my skin.
Right. Well,
and in fact, you are right. You are so right.
Well, I know for a fact that, you come from love. You and I went to junior high and high school together. For a little while we may have lost contact, but we never fell out of love with each other, so I truly, I'm so happy for you. I was just sharing with the producer that a lot of people that have been on the show, although you guys were already, successful in your own right before you ever came to the show, but the fact that I can say now your bow ties are in a store in Royal Oak. Again, that address is 623, did you say? What is the address?
623 South Washington in Rural Oak.
Okay.
The name of the store is Gentleman's Consignment.
Gentleman's Consignment. Now you have your own line in that store, so I'm able to see your dreams come to fruition. I'm able to be a part of, to share in that success with you, and so I'm so happy about that. On Sunday, I had some friends, Favor, they were on the show also last year, and they were at the Gospel Fest this Sunday. Dr. Angela May, who was on the show, she did a show in Campus Martius, and Satori Shakur, who is doing the Secret Society of the Twisted Storytellers, is in the Charles H. Wright Museum every fourth Friday of the month, doing a storytelling show, and she was just interviewed on the news, and it's just like you guys are just truly blowing up. And not, I didn't have anything to do with it, but I feel like I'm a part of it because I had an opportunity to sit down with you guys and share your story on the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. So, Mr. Bruce Davis, much continued success to you. You know I love you from the depths of my heart. Tell your brother Freddie, I'm going to give a shout out to Freddie Davis, because if I don't, he'll have an attitude, but I love him anyway. And tell Sammy I said hey, and you kiss your mom for me.
Okay, I will. And thank you. And keep that show going as strong as ever, because you got a vision and it's touching people. Keep on. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, Bruce. You have a blessed day. I love you, brother. Hey, tell Janice I said hi too. I can't forget my sister.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. So, again, people, thank you so much. Okay, I thought the telephone. I think it's ringing again. Hold on a minute. This is Barbara Dean Franklin. How can I help you?
Well, good morning, Barbara Dean Franklin. This is Prophetess Cosey Long.
Good morning, Cosey. How are you, Prophetess Long?
I'm doing wonderful, sister. I just wanted to call and congratulate you on being a new program director for WIGNTV.
Thank you very much, cuz I truly appreciate it. I am with a great group of women who hold me up, and a young man who has a vision that you know that it only could come from God. So I'm excited about how God will use us.
And He will continue to use us, and I'll continue to keep you uplifted. And I just wanted to say I love you and keep doing what you're doing.
And I love you so much, and thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome.
Have a great day, babe.
You too.
Okay. Okay, I will not cry on the show today, but Lord, He's just been better than good to me. And so let me finish talking about Siri. I had an opportunity to go to their meeting where they talked about the M1 rail or the light rail project that is going on. I saw a group of people who were really concerned about their community on the north end, who you can tell they are involved. They get involved all the time. The meeting was ran by Reverend Rosa Ross, I believe her name is, and I don't want to get her name wrong because I took notes over on the Reverend Joan Ross. You could feel the love and the commitment and the camaraderie that was in that place. Everybody had questions. Everybody had a concern, and they wanted to know who benefits from this rail system. Who, how was this light rail system going to benefit them as it related to the 3.3 mile stretch. So anyway, with the People's Platform, they do a newsletter. They are very involved, and that's what we need more of: communities coming together, being involved in what is going on in your community. I had the opportunity, I had to call the ombudsman's office the other day because in my community the grass is very high, it's very dangerous. At the stop signs you can't see around the corner because the grass is so tall, so it's dangerous. It's dangerous for the drivers, it's dangerous for the children that are crossing the street, and then somebody has started dumping on Capitol. There was a couple of years ago, that I did newsletters and went out in the community and cleaned up the community. So it's definitely that time again because we're facing really hard times here in the city of Detroit. But although we have hard times, we're not down and out because there are people still in the city of Detroit. So we need to come together as a community, work together, and pick up the slack where the city cannot. Nobody's coming to save us, so we will have to save ourselves. We need to lock arms and do like they did in times of old. We can march all day, we could talk about it all day. Now we need to get down and dirty and do the work. So again, everything we do, it has to be done in love. You have to have a love for the city, a love for your community, a love for your neighborhood, a love for your family in order to make a difference. You have to love more than you dislike anything. Your love has to be stronger than anything. So it is time that we showered this city with some love. It is time that we, work together and help our young people and just teach them how they need to be. Because if we're going to be leaving this city, these United States to our younger generation, we have to show them right now how to be responsible, how important it is to learn, to read, to research, to do things different. It's not about the fighting and name calling and things of that nature. So somebody wants me to be quiet. Telephone's ringing again. I'm going to answer this phone. Thanks for calling the Barbara Dean Franklin Show. This is Barbara Dean. How can I help you?
Hi, Barbara Dean. This is Claudette Milner. How are you?
I'm blessed, Claudette. How are you doing today?
I am good.
Good.
I wanted to call in for two reasons.
Yes.
One, to tell you I enjoy your show.
Thank you.
Two, I wanted to announce a radio engagement coming up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. Tell us about the radio engagement.
Okay. My new book is The Rejuvenation of the Church. It is a guide for youth ministry. It's a workbook and guidebook. for youth, for parents, people that are trying to build their relationship with God a little bit stronger and build their family with God. I'm going to be on Artist First on August the 6th. It's at 7 o'clock p.m. It's internet radio, so you just click on it on the website. I will also be doing a special promotion for the Artist First listeners that I wanted to make your listeners aware of. Right now, the workbook sells for $12.99. It's on special, I think, for $11. August the 1st through August 10th, I'm going to mark the workbook down to $8.99.
Okay.
So that the listeners can take advantage of the promotion.
Okay.
All right?
Now, could you do me a favor? And I don't mean to cut you off because I want to talk about this some more because I was just talking about love and things that we needed to do for the youth. So I want you to go to my page and make sure you put a link on to your book where my fans can, and listeners can, have easy access to it where they can click on the link. Tell me one more time. Tell me the name of your book again.
It's The Rejuvenation of the Church.
The Rejuvenation of the Church.
Meeting the Needs of Our Youth.
Meeting the Needs of Our Youth. I definitely will be purchasing that, okay?
Yeah, and it's the guide and workbook because it's a 186-page workbook where you can go there and answer the questions yourself. I do the workshop, but you can't answer the questions yourself. A lot of food for thought.
Okay.
And especially important for, males that are raising families that are not seeking God's assistance in raising those families. So there's a workshop for them also.
Okay, great. I think that would be good. So now your book, can it be used in churches like in, for Bible studies for youth and different things of that nature?
Absolutely. My pastor, Reverend James Pitts, edited the book and made sure I had scriptures all the way through it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, well that's good, Claudette. So now you're when are you coming back to Detroit? Are you coming back this way anytime soon?
I'm preparing to come back to Detroit in a couple of months, simply because I'm trying to coordinate a workshop there, so I'm trying to get back to Detroit. So yeah, I will be back that way.
Well, would you please make sure you let me know so I can sit with you on the show? I would definitely like to talk to you more about your book and just about some of the awesome things that you do and what's coming up next with you.
Yeah, and I also want people to know that the proceeds for the sale of the book go to my organization, which is Mentoring Youth for Christ.
Okay.
And I started that organization because I believe that God wants our kids to be in every aspect of life.
Right.
But to live in the image of Christ, project the image of Christ, no matter what they're doing, no matter what their profession is. So I'm trying to encourage kids to get into the Bible, get into the Word, and take their gifts and use them in the world. Take this ministry outside of the four walls.
Yes, ma'am. And I think that they cannot go wrong if they just turn their lives over to the Lord. I think a lot of times that our young people think that it's no fun when you follow Christ. But I'm here to tell you there's a whole lot of fun in getting the Word of God and just being all who God has called you to be. A whole lot of fun.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm on a 10-minute break here at work, so I'm going to get back to work, but I did thank you for allowing me to call in and give that information, and I'll go and get the set up for you.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. You have a blessed day. I love you, sister.
All righty, bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Wow, so that was really a great call at just the right time because she's talking about helping the youth understand the Word of God. And I think that's the greatest gift that we can give our children on today. So I'm really looking forward to her coming here. I'm really looking forward to getting her book as I sit down next week with my pastor and we try and go over ideas like what can we do at the church to bring fresh and new ideas to our youth. That's my main focus, that we want to make sure we bless our seniors. We want to make sure that everybody is blessed. But right now, the focus should be towards our children. How can we help them to grow? How do we help them learn? How do we give them something, if it's music or arts and crafts, to help them with their creativity so they can turn that energy into something positive. And we have so many talented youth in this great city, so we need to make sure that we cover them, that we show them again how to be. We show them how to grow. We show them how to love one another, how to, most important, love themselves and be that gift that God has blessed them to be. So I know that I don't have much time today. This has really been exciting for me because once again, it is a dream that is realized. God has just truly been better than good to me. I thank you all who called in. I thank you all who are looking at this show. I hope that it is a blessing for you. I'm real excited about my past guests that have been on this show. Who are really doing great things. May God continue to cover, to keep you, to bless you, undergird you, and show you his favor in your lives. You guys are doing great and wonderful things, and I just pray that you continue, no matter what it looks like, no matter what you're going through, that you continue to hold on to your faith and know that if God be for you, no devil in hell can be against you, and that He's able to do all things but fail. So I'm going to end my show as I do each and every week, thanking you for tuning in, thanking you for loving on me as I love on you. And I'm going to say to you, from my beating heart to your beating heart, I love you. You understand? Okay.